Hi everyone, I'm David Farmer and welcome to my channel Effortless Being. So this video is another viewer request. I received a really nice message from a friend of mine a few days ago who asked whether I could make a video on the subject of spirituality and money. So more specifically, should you pay for spiritual services, and should spiritual teachers charge? So I thought this was a really interesting one because it's something that comes up again and again, and it sparks seemingly endless debate. So I hope this little video maybe helps to clarify and clear up some of the concerns that you may have around the subject of money. And for me, it's really interesting because the topic is very similar to the issue of vegetarianism. So there's another sort of parallel debate, which is should you be vegetarian in order to be spiritual, or should spiritual people be vegetarian? And on that, along those lines, on that debate, my answer is, well, if you need to be vegetarian in order to be enlightened, like the whole of South America would be ruled out in one fell swoop. So the issue of vegetarianism or money really boils down to one of limiting beliefs. Because all of this debating, all of this back and forward, should I, shouldn't I, should I, shouldn't I, takes place in the mind. And therefore, you can go round and round in circles forever. And especially if we start asking other people and you get different opinions from their minds. And it reminds me of a parable in Zen about the wind and the flag. So there is a Zen master who's walking along the road one day, and he comes across two monks that are arguing over a flag, and the flag is fluttering in the breeze, and one monk asks, does the wind move the flag? And the other monk is arguing, no, the flag moves the wind. And the Zen master stops and says, actually, it's your mind that moves. And this is a brilliant way of demonstrating what I've just said, is that all of this back and forth, should I, shouldn't I, just takes place in the mind. And because it takes place in the mind, it is by its very nature limited. The mind is just a sum total of thoughts, limited beliefs. So therefore, in order to come to some kind of conclusion on this, we need to just step out of the mind altogether. Because the mind, and therefore its emotion and its reaction in the physical body, is really a little self-contained capsule. And in this little self-contained capsule is suffering. And it's only when we step out of this and gain some kind of perspective, we then have the opportunity to come into alignment with our intuition. And our intuition is in alignment with our true nature. So when we learn to trust our intuition, often a lot of the issues that the mind is concerned about simply disappear, and answers appear on their own. And those answers, being in alignment with our true nature, tend to be of a much better quality and result in a better outcome. So this is why ultimately my opinion is entirely irrelevant, because you really need to do and feel what is best for you. Now, what is best for you might not be best for somebody else. And that goes for money, whether you should pay or not pay, or charge or not charge. And this also goes for what you should eat or not eat, or how you should behave and not behave. It's not really a question of asking someone for the correct answer. It's really allowing the correct answer to manifest through you, through your human experience. And that manifestation and that harmony only comes about when we step out of mind and step into the body of wisdom, our intuition and effortless being. But since the question was asked to me, I'll give my own experience as regards charging for services. I've tried offering my teachings for free. I've done it on a donation basis. I've also charged a fee. And in my case, I found what works best for me is charging a fee. I have a sliding scale system, so anybody can pick the best fee that works for them. And I found doing that, the people that then take my sessions are much more focused and quite serious about it. And there's a real willingness to listen and engage in the session. On the contrary, when I've offered things for free or donation basis, I often found that attracted a lot of people that were much more interested in just having spiritual debates, which often translate as them wanting me to affirm their position. So that's not really what my sessions are all about. And also I found when I charged a fee, there was a very nice energetic exchange. You may have heard this, money is energy, so everything is energy. So there's a really good energetic exchange, which results in a healthy, balanced, and respectful atmosphere in the sessions. So that just worked for me. That might not work for somebody else. Somebody else may find that donations work better, or offering your service for free may work better. As I say, there's not a one-size-fits-all solution. You need to feel using your intuition what is best for you. But one thing I will say is that, even for spiritual teachers, there is a issue of self-respect, and there seems to be some kind of misunderstanding that we need to remain pure and that we all sort of float around on this fluffy white cloud of pure beingness. But this assumption and this way of thinking is again based on a dualism of this idea of something being pure versus something being impure, in this case sort of spiritual teachings versus money. And again, that's what happens when we engage thinking, because thinking is dualistic and it will divide the world and separate the world up. So really though, everything is consciousness. Everything is just one. There is no dualism. So to paraphrase the great Indian guru Nisargadatta, whether you say everything is pure or everything is impure, please yourself. Just stop complaining about it. In other words, stop engaging mind. So trust your intuition and just remain as effortless being. And in doing so, you step out of this constant turmoil of debate and thinking. And the right answer for you will present itself naturally. So I hope that helps. If anybody has any questions or comments, please leave them in the box below. Indeed, if you have anything you'd like me to talk about in a video, please let me know. I'd be happy to oblige. Please do like, share and subscribe to the channel. Or if you'd like to have a session with me, you can easily book one on my website, effortlessbeing.org. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you again in the next video.